Good morning, everyone. Today is the Sunday. Yes, today is Sunday morning. I'm live from Maryland, USA. And for those of you who doesn't know me, my name is Nandin, and I people call me Kelly. I I am I work in as the construction manager today. Sorry, today I'm very emotional because my special guest today is somebody that I'm being followed in a long time, and he's very special to me, and I'm a little bit emotional right now. So normally you will hear me like cracking in my English a lot, but just so you know a little bit about me, I'm a full-time employee. I work as a construction manager. I have a degree in architect and engineer as well. But the job doesn't really fulfill to me, and I really wanted to have some time, more time, and like a passive income for myself and my family. That's why I'm starting this journey. And because of that, I have been in this online entrepreneur communities, and I have met a lot of very great people. And one of them are sitting next to me, Mr. Raza Aziz. And he is from Toronto, Canada. And I can wait for you to introduce yourself, Raza. Please share
Sure.
your journey and introduce yourself. Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Well,
The floor is yours.
Kelly, thank you so much for having me. It's exciting. Meeting. I was just saying to you before the interview, I love speaking to strangers. As much as I grew up, with the lesson never speak to strangers, I love strangers. um, so Kelly, thank you so much for the intro. Yes, I'm in Toronto, Canada. I live here with my wife. We've been married for 17 years. We're going to be 18 next month, December. So exciting, and we have a 13-year-old daughter, and yeah, a pet rabbit. So that's our family here. And yeah, I after I graduated, I went into the corporate world, did about 13 or 14 years there, thought I knew everything, so decided to go into being an entrepreneur. That didn't work out. I fell flat in my face, and lots of challenges and struggles. And I think the person that you're meeting today, I'm a product of a lot of books and a lot of mentors who've
Mhm.
blessed me and who I've had the privilege to working with. And these days, what I do is I just, share my mentor's lessons and my experience of learning those lessons as well. So I'm looking forward to our conversation.
Uh-uh. Yes. Sorry, I don't know. Like we're breaking a little bit, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, but the last part only. So Mr. Raza, can you please sharing with us your a little bit about why are you approaching this business? And with a person like you with full of experience in business and I guess like corporate world and a lot of books and a lot of
Yeah.
knowledge,
Yeah.
when you first approaching this business, please elaborate of how you think about it and why are you coming here
Yeah.
with all of the experience you have
So,
and you.
yeah. Are you still there, Kelly?
Yes, I'm here. Do you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear
Yeah, yeah,
me?
I can hear you.
Yes.
So I
Yeah.
love this question because as an entrepreneur, my my I'm as an entrepreneur, there are two things that I feel are entrepreneurs. Number one, entrepreneurs are problem solvers. So they see a problem in the market and they want to solve it through their solutions that they bring in. To me, that's the mindset. An
Mhm.
entrepreneur is not necessarily you need to have a business or anything like that. An entrepreneur can be an employee, like, they could be working for somebody else because an entrepreneur by essence is a problem solver. That's number one. And number two, as an entrepreneur, I love systems. And when you ask me this question, Kelly, that why am I here? To me, it's really for me what attracted me was a system. While you and I are speaking right here, right, like I don't really need to do anything, but the business is running,
Mhm.
right? Like, I mean,
Mhm. Mhm.
that's what ultimately attracted me. I remember a quote by a great investor that I follow. I learned a ton from him, his investing strategies, his trading strategies as well. His name is Warren Buffett. And Warren Buffett has been quoted saying, he says that if you don't learn to make money in your sleep, you will work until the day you die. And to
Hmm.
me, it's all about having an open mind. To me, it's about leveraging systems, technology, and people to have the kind of freedom that I'm looking for.
Yes. Awesome. Yeah, I came in here with the same reason. Like I'm a full time and I'm really busy, and I really wanted to looking for something that, I don't have to give up my full time job, but I still run
Hmm.
it at the same time.
Yeah.
And with the automatic system is really the key for me to actually come in here. And I love to be a problem solver because everybody in the world, we all have a problem and we're all looking for solution, and we don't wait for the thing is affecting us. We have to predict what kind of thing has coming. Just like during the pandemic, there's a lot of things happening around the world, and I'm lucky I'm still having a job, but a lot of my friends losing their job. And I was just looking at that. I was like, I don't want one day these things happen to me. I
That's
don't want it to be a person who get laid off. I want to be a person who can tell people to like to choose who to work with, right?
yeah.
So that's some kind of the feeling that I was just like, this is something that I always wanted to actually look into, to be an entrepreneur, to be to have a job for yourself, and this system helping me to build my own empire. So I
Amazing.
love in
I love it.
that. Yes. So, Mr. Raza, so I know you're very successful. How long have you been into the business since?
So I was gonna say which business. I've got multiple businesses running, but yes,
Your multiple business.
I've been here running the online business since September 2020. Um,
Okay. So almost
so
like more
about
than
2
2
years now,
years.
just a little over 2 years.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. So besides the automatic system, can you also list a few key success that you have been learning, you have been gained from this business that, is helping you along the way?
Yeah, yeah. So this is the first time I've ever had a business that, yes, it requires me to, at the beginning I was working it and built it and put the infrastructure in place, but this is one of those businesses that runs without me being present. So to me, that freedom is what I really came for. This business has, provided many opportunities to meet some great people and build some great connections worldwide. And I think what I really love here is forget about me. There are a lot of people over here who are using the same system and have come with no business background and are succeeding. When I say succeeding, they are making almost the same kind of money that they're making in their jobs. They are paying off their debts and all of that stuff. So to me, I like that. I love hearing those kind of stories where everyday people just like you and I are winning
Mhm.
in life.
Yes,
And
yes,
so
that's
for
so
me,
true.
that's absolutely great.
Okay. But do you think I wanted to hear about your success and milestone that you are gaining from this
Oh, okay.
business? I want to
All right. All right. Well,
hear that.
one of the things, one of the, and I'll share with you because this is how because in my head, I haven't reached the goal that I am looking to reach. So that's why I'm like, "Oh, what goals are we talking about here?" So
Big
here's
goal.
the thing. Number one thing, whenever we get into a business, number one thing is you want to break even with the investment that you put into the business.
Mhm.
That's always milestone number one. And when I came over here, I had the opportunity to do that within a 4 to 5 month period.
Wow.
And I always say this and I share this not necessarily to brag, but to be able to show others the possibility of leveraging a system, not necessarily coming from a background of digital marketing and all of that stuff, but be able to leverage a system that can allow you to have, I think my highest payday was like, oh, a month was like four 4,700. That was in one day. And the
Wow.
highest month has been like, 22K, right? Like, so these are the kind of possibility. And when you talk about stuff like this, it kind of
Mhm.
appears to people that, oh my gosh, like that's not possible, right? Again, why is that not possible? Is because you're comparing it to a job environment.
Mhm.
Okay, because in a job it's a fixed salary or a fixed hourly wage, and you can only make so much. The idea behind entrepreneurship and the idea behind businesses is really you make money when products are sold, when and the beautiful thing, one of the biggest things that I get excited about is me sitting here in Canada. My business is all over North America.
Mhm.
It's in Australia, in Europe. So to me, that is an exciting possibility. And I've got many more things to accomplish here.
That is so true. That is so true. And when you are saying like, oh, I make so much in a month, and it's so abundant that it's much more for somebody, is much more than what their main income. And it
Mhm.
seems very, very skeptical
Yeah.
for everyone out there to listen to this. That's why there's a lot of people have some misunderstanding about the business. And maybe this is an opportunity that you can help me to help these people understand more, like why are these business is
Yeah.
generate so much of income.
Yeah.
And like maybe first question, is that a get rich quick scheme? Is this somebody, is that the business that somebody just go in here and don't do anything, just like you it sounds
No.
like you don't do anything, you just
No.
you just come you just come and you're just making money.
I wish
How is it
I wish
possible?
yeah, I wish things were like that, that I didn't have to do anything. I
Hmm.
think people need to understand what happens when systems are put in place. If you look
Hmm.
at a business owner of the company, let's just say, take an example. I think everybody might know Bill Gates, right? Like, who owns Microsoft.
Hmm.
So Bill Gates has a system in place. He makes
Hmm.
billions of dollars,
Hmm.
right? If that was his salary, he would not be able to make that kind of money. If he
That's
was
true.
working on hourly wage, he would not be able to make that kind of money. We
Hmm.
can't just label Bill Gates as like it's a scam, whatever he's doing, just because of the kind of money that he's making.
Right.
But starting from his garage many, many, many years ago, he built his company, and now he has systems working for him. Now he has employees working for him. Now he has agencies working for him. Like, that's what's going on. And that's why you if you're going to get into the outside of like a typical income, average income, you're going to start noticing there's a different way of thinking and there's a different way of making money.
Hmm.
So labeling something is like, oh, you know what, it's a get rich quick scheme. No, it's not. There has been many heartaches. There are many learning lessons. And here's what I'll tell you. We as digital marketers, Kelly here, myself, we learn new things. September 2020, when I came into this business, I had to learn the world of social media,
Hmm.
right? I was taught that by my mentors. And so I had to learn social media marketing. I had to learn online advertising. I had to learn those things so that I can apply those in my business and ultimately be able to leverage. So when I say that while I'm speaking to Kelly over here, the business is running, this is not a get rich quick scheme. It's because over the past 2 years, I've built a system in place. I've put a system in place that is now working for me, right? And
Yes.
so if somebody just says, "Oh, Raza just said, you just don't have to do anything. You just start a business and voila, you're making money." No, that's not what Raza said. Raza said that that while I'm talking to you, the business is running. Can you have the same kind of business that runs on automation and on systems? Yes. the beautiful thing why Kelly and I are excited about it is because instead of just people or big companies having access to the system, people like you and I can have access to the system as well at a smaller scale. That's what it is.
Yes,
I
yes.
hope that
When you
helps.
are, yeah, when you are actually thinking about the automatic system that I said is the key of what is frees up our time. It's going to release us to have more time and more leverage to do our things in life. So it doesn't mean like you just come in here and you do nothing and you just
Yeah.
like the money grow on a tree and you just pick, 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 pick. It's not right. It
I
is
haven't found
not.
anything like this yet.
Yes, yes, that is not right, and that is just a myth. When
Yeah.
people are just thinking, hearing what our conversation, and they just assume based on their own knowledge, and they haven't understand because it's just really hard to imagine what kind of automatic system has been. We keep talking about automatic system,
Yeah.
and it's really hard for them to actually,
And I think,
knowing what
yeah.
kind of automatic system are you talking about.
And I think, Kelly, that's why I mean, in this, like, in this quick online conversation, it is impossible to break it down, in detail. That's why we have a complimentary webinar that people can go and educate themselves on.
Mhm.
And, it's available on your website as well for people to be able to go and check it out for themselves without necessarily investing nothing except for their time, right? In educating themselves. And I think that's the due diligence that a lot of people sometimes, because people are so busy these days, they're hesitant in dedicating their time even learning. But without learning, I don't believe there's any possibility, because you would never know what's out there.
Yes, yes, it is. I'm coming here just like you two. I don't have any business background, but I see the possibility. I see the potential, and I see the legitimate business that has been in front of me. And why not trying? And it's actually generate a very good business in the long run. And that is all. Like, but you have to put a leg work in the beginning. It's not like you just set it up and let it run. It's reduced the amount of work around 80% because of the
Mhm.
automatic system. But you still have to do the work. You still have to do the training. You still have to do the all kind of management system. But it's all in coming to one phone and one app that you can just go in there, leverage it, and it's actually
Yeah.
I absolutely love the system. The system is what is make everything so simple, right? Just like you said, you always said this business is not as easy as you think it is,
No,
but it
it's
is
simple.
simple. It is
It's
simple.
simple. Yeah, it's
I
simple.
remember you saying that all the time. Okay, one more questions for you. You as always, know what to say, and you appear to me like you're very knowledgeable about things, and you're good looking and all that. So I wanted to ask you, is that means that when people are starting this journey, they have to be good looking, they have to be know what to say, they have to do all, have to be like that, like you,
No.
like me, to be able
Yeah.
to be success in the business.
Yeah. 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 That's a funny question. Um, uh, no, no, not at all. I think businesses are not run on skills. They're run on confidence, and they're run on, sorry, what did I say? Businesses are not run on looks. There you go. On looks.
Love.
They are run on skills and
Yes.
confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where people need to focus on. Listen, based on I'm not the only person in our community of 135,000 people,
Yes.
that is having any results. I think there are many people
Mm-hmm.
who didn't have any experience in the business world, and they have succeeded. So I think what it really goes to show is that people, number one, who have an open mind, number two, understand that they don't know everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Understand that. And then number three, are willing to be coachable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Willing to learn. I think those are the people that succeed here.
Mhm.
You can use any kind of excuse for you not to do this business.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm too busy. That's one reason. I don't speak like Kelly, or I don't speak like Raza, right? Like, okay, fine. Right. And who I am today is based on the work that I've been doing over the past 10, 12 years,
Yes.
right? So many different people. I mean, there's a pharmacist who is running this business. There's a dentist who's running this business as well. There are people who are in the real estate industry who are running this business. There are people who are engineers and nurses and stay at home moms. Like, there's like all kinds of industries and people that are coming here. So I think the person who is actually looking at that and saying that, oh, already need to be a certain kind of person to do this business, that is incorrect. I think
Mhm.
what you need to have a context of is, who do I need to become to succeed at this business? And that's where we can help. That's where you have some control. These are the skills you need. This is the kind of things that you need to do, and we'll teach it to you so that you can succeed as well. Hope that makes sense.
That makes sense. I mean, I don't believe that, just we are not the beauty pageant here. We're not running Miss World. It's just like the level of confidence, the way we talk today, like Kelly and Raza was sharing today, as has, like he said, it has been an experience that we have been collected over the years. Also, confidence is something that we can build. It
Yeah.
can be built, just like when I am a confident person in general. However, when I started this business, I still like it's still very blurry picture, right? When I first opened the door, I was just overwhelming with all kind of information, all kind of success. But nothing is for me because I didn't have any experience with it myself. So the
Hmm.
confidence has to build through your experience.
Yeah.
That's why when I first opened the door, I put the first step in. I put in my work. I did listen to other people's talk. I do the training. I do the understanding what kind of business is this. It is really legitimate, like everybody else said. Is this really giving me
Yeah.
successful, like everybody else says? Do I really believe in this business? And that is when I answer those questions, I actually given myself more confidence over the time. And that's why I'm here to share it. That's why Raza here to share his
Absolutely.
own confidence and
Yeah.
experience.
And
Yes.
Kelly, I mean, it reminds me of a story from last night. I was hanging out with a small group of, they were, all kinds of entrepreneurs. And there was a lady who's also using the same system that we're using. And she was telling a story about herself, and she had been in the business for like over 2 years or something like that. And she said when she first started the business, she was just kind of, hanging out, and she was just busy learning, and she was like
Yes.
excited for her other business partners. She was like congratulating them and welcoming
Yeah,
them and all of that stuff. And that
yes.
she did that for a whole year, right? Right, for a whole year. So let's just say that I spoke to her at the end of the year. It's like, well, have
What?
you succeeded, or have you made money, or how's your business running? Well, she would have a completely different story.
Yeah.
Now, watch what happened, because then she made, I think it was a December, she traveled to another place and she got to meet other entrepreneurs, and she was inspired by their stories and everything like that. And watch what happened.
Hmm.
So she spent an entire year not doing anything and just kind of, listening to the training and all that stuff. And December, when she met other entrepreneurs, she's like, you know what? I can absolutely do this as well. And she's like, that's it. I'm going to, have this much revenue by, by this time and all of that stuff. So she set targets for herself.
That's
Within
great.
the next like month,
Wow.
she jumped like 3 tiers of revenue. And then within the next 6 months, or another 4 or 5 months or something like that, she jumped another couple of tiers. So she actually built the business that she has right now in 6 months, right?
Yes.
But she's been in the business for a year and a half. But when
Yes.
she decided that she's actually going to do it, that is something that made a difference for her. And that is something that you and I can't give other people. That is
Yes.
internal. right? Like that is internal.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the X factor that people bring, their motivations, their why. And as soon as that clicks, everything just pans out.
Yes, she already collect all of the experience that she has.
Yeah.
And another thing I really love about this business is because of our communities. Everyone in here is really positive. Everyone in here is have very good like mindset, and
Mhm.
it's like the training itself, the team itself has been helping, inspiring every each other, and
Yeah.
we are here to learn. And as long as you're willing to learn, you wanted to set your milestone, you will succeed. I just believe in it because it's true. It's a mindset. It's not it's not a game of looks or
No,
know what to say. You
it's
have to
yeah,
actually believe it. You have to actually have confidence in it because you believe on what your own experience in this business.
yeah.
And yeah. And that's why it's make it legitimate to me. That's very makes
Awesome.
sense. Yeah. So one more questions for you, Raza. Is a lot of people have asking me these questions. Like, so if I join this biz, I would have to do the same things as you do. Do you hear my question?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. So it's
Um,
in a very yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
so the answer is like yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when a real estate agent or real estate brokerage hires another real estate, he or she could say the same thing, saying, "You want me to do the same thing as you?" Because you are selling houses, right? So the answer is quite simple in a real estate scenario, that yes, you are going to be doing the same thing, right? What's the point of being a real estate agent if you don't want to do real estate? That's what it is. So as far as it concerns with a business over here, we are digital marketers. We are online entrepreneurs. So are you going to have to do the same thing? Yes, because what we are following is a template of success, and it requires us to implement certain things. The reason Kelly and I are on here is because Kelly and I love to educate people. We love sharing new ideas, and we use this platform to be able to do that. Now the thing is, are you going to do that on day one? Probably not, right? Probably not your first month, probably not your second month, maybe, right? But based on Kelly's experience, based on Kelly's confidence, she took on a journey, and here she is doing that. Did I start doing these interviews as soon as I got here? No, I didn't. I, it was like 6, 7 months before I landed my first one. Somebody invited me to speak. I'm like, you want me to speak on your page? Sure. Right. And that's how it started. So I don't think you want to look at it in the sense, oh my gosh, Kelly has the confidence and she can do it. But I want you to understand that Kelly is a few months ahead of you, right? And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong, is because they compare their chapter 1 to other people's chapter 10. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's where the mistake happens. And they give up on their dreams or on their actions and all of that stuff. So when you're looking at this business, I'll let you know there are a couple of skills. By the way, I said a couple of skills. I didn't say many skills. There are a couple of skills that you're going to need in order to succeed. And that is number one. I always say this: you're going to learn, and we're going to teach you how to leverage and use social media marketing. That's number one. Number two is learning and using and doing online advertising. Number three is continuing to personally develop yourself and enhance your leadership skills. Those are the three things, right? And if you think that you can be open to learning it, you're in the right place. But if you're
Mm-hmm.
not open to learning that, this is not for you.
Yes. Yes. Obviously. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not the business is not for everyone. That's why the business platform has been designed step by step so people can go there, explore the business, gaining, do their own diligence, and gaining their own experience to actually develop the, to evaluate if
Yeah.
the business is for themselves. So you don't ask me, tell me all about the business, because I will tell you from my experience, and you may or may not believe it. So why don't you explore it yourself? Why don't
That's
you
it.
take your step to do it yourself? And that is the right way to actually develop that one. So Raza, it's almost like 30 minutes, and I know there is a bunch of questions I still wanted to add and chat with you, but I don't want it to take more of your time than I should. So
I guess
before
we're gonna
you,
have to talk again.
I wanted to. I think this live, the internet is kind of like breaking a little bit, so I will check with that, and I may have to invite you sometime
Let's do it.
again in the future. I would love to. So before you go, Raza, I know you're very busy. Would you please let telling people out there, encourage them, the person who always sitting on the fence and really think about this business, like, I want to do this, but I have a lot of buts.
Yeah.
So would you give a little bit of encouragement that
Sure.
helping them to inspire them about this business, have the
Yeah.
confidence to check it out and have confidence of going inside for
Yeah.
themselves?
Here's what I would say, and I always start this off by saying, and this is for the person out there who may be sitting on the fence, or you're not 100%. Of course, you're not 100% because you don't have the information that you need. Nobody expects you to be 100% just because, Kelly and I showed up on your Facebook feed. um, so, so, so this business may or may not be for you. Okay, so we know that already.
Mhm.
80 to 90% of the people that that Kelly and I have the opportunity to chat with or connect with, it's not necessarily for them, right? So know that you're not going into something that we're saying this has to be it. So you have to come with an open mind. Number two, you have to look at outside. You don't need me to tell you what's going on out there, right? You don't need me to tell you about the real estate prices, the inflation, the interest rate, the utility bills, the gas bills, all of that stuff. So that means that you have to start looking at things outside the box, right?
Mhm.
Outside the box, like outside the traditional way of doing things. And in pursuit of that, Kelly and I simply invite people to have a look at that. This may be a vehicle that you can use while you continue to have a full-time job or whatever else that you are doing,
Mhm.
if you can dedicate an hour to 2 hours a day and put a system in place, that maybe you too over the next 4 months, 6 months, 12 months could reap the benefits of it, that while
Mhm.
you're continuing to spend time with your family, while you're continuing to do the work that you do, that you potentially have a source of revenue, source of income potentially lined up for yourself. But that will not happen unless you go on the journey of what I call due diligence. And of course, you can check out Kelly's website as well. She's got a great webinar on there, and that webinar has two parts. Correct, Kelly? Like there are two parts to it. Number
Mhm.
one is for 45 minutes, there's education on what's required to be successful in an online business. And
Mhm.
then the other part of it is hearing from people just like Kelly,
Mhm.
myself, and many others from
Mhm.
all different walks of life, from all over the world, who are using the same model and having success as well.
Mhm.
And after that webinar, if this is something that you want to explore more, then you take the journey and you continue the journey.
Mhm.
There's like a whole series of like, you go through like 3 to 4 hours of content later on after the webinar to continue to do your due diligence. And if you really are understanding, you're like, okay, there's something over here. And you will have an opportunity to speak to somebody one-on-one, get your questions answered, all of
Mhm.
that stuff. So to us, this is a due diligence process that Kelly went through, that I went through as well,
Mhm. Mhm.
and ultimately got my questions answered. I'm like, you know what, I'm willing to take this journey and I'm willing to learn and I'm
Mhm.
open to understanding that, you know what, I don't know everything, but I am investing in myself. I'm investing in a future, and I'm investing in a business that can potentially generate something that I have only dreamed about. And that is having something working for me while
Mhm.
I'm sleeping, while I'm doing other stuff. So that's my invitation to you, is go on that journey. Go check out Kelly. I don't know there's Kelly's website right there. There's a webinar on there. It's absolutely great. You're going to love it.
Well, this is really awesome for for the calling that you are sharing. Of course, this business for everyone, and you have to do your due diligence. Just go there, check it out yourself, and see for yourself. And see if you like it. It's just a check it out thing. It's no risk
Yeah.
at all. Even the $449 that you have to put it in to get inside of the system, that's also refundable for 30 days. So if you don't like the business. So actually, so Raza, thank you so much. I actually 5 minutes over the time that you,
It's all good.
I have appointment with you for 30 minutes only. But thank you for the great sharing, and thank you for making your time to come in here. I am so grateful and so happy that to finally meet you and finally chat with you in person. You have no idea how many times that I've listened to you like talking in the communities, because he is the mastermind person. Everyone, he's really like love to share and love to teach people, and it's
I
actually help
appreciate it. I
people
appreciate
like
you
me
having me
as
here.
well.
Yeah.
You actually touch people's life just through
Oh,
your talk, and please
thank you.
continue to do so.
Oh,
I'm so
thank you.
happy to be here. It's my honor to be here, Raza, and I will bring you back
Let's
if
do it.
you have some time. I would
You're gonna
love
give
to
me
bring
some.
you
You're gonna
back.
give me a break and then bring me back. Got it.
Yes. Be back here, Raza, please.
Awesome.
Thank
I
you
look
so
forward to
much.
it.
And I wish you have a wonderful Sunday. I wish your business will be, grow and grow even more. Because I know right now you are very great already. And I wish you to reach your goal. Even though
Awesome.
your goal is like nobody know what it is. It's all the way up there.
Awesome.
But thank you so much. And thank you everyone for watching this. And it's my honor to sharing all of this information, all of this experience. And we hope you like it. We hope you come and check it out. Talk to Raza, contact to Raza if you have any question. Contact me if you have any question. And we're going to guide you to where you need to be. Thank you so much, Raza, again.
Have a
Hi.
good one.
Happy
Bye.
Sunday. Bye-bye.
Bye.